All right, I'm gonna try to do a short video today. We'll see how well that works out. But subject to the video is going to be, I got a comment on one of my videos about this bow where somebody asked, why the hell is your bow so loud when you're drawing it back? And that's because this launcher here for the Hamskea is bare. It's just bare metal. A couple of reasons why I have bare metal on my Hamskeas. Both of them actually. On my competition bow, doesn't really matter because noise doesn't matter on my competition bow. It sounds like it has a bell on it when it goes off. But I had the plastic covered launcher on one of my Hamskeas, and it started to wear away on one side of the V. So it was wearing away on this side, and I didn't really know what that did to my tune or arrow flight, so I said, F that, I'm only going metal from now on. And I've tried the moleskin on some of my other launchers, but I kept having to replace it, and it gets sprayed and stuff, like, especially in the heat here. I mean, if you have your bow in any sort of heat out here, out in the sun, it just destroys everything on your bow that isn't, you know, metal or something like that. So it's just been bare metal, and I've been looking for some suppression systems and stuff like that for putting on your launcher. I actually tried the shrink wrap for the wires, and that did not work at all. Like, not at all. I saw a YouTuber use that, and I was like, huh, I can get that for real cheap at the hardware store, and it did not work for shit. First of all, it did not shrink properly, and then I tried running an arrow through it, and it wore away almost immediately. So I don't know what that was about, but I'm never doing that again. So I think I have a solution for that. I just got it in the mail today. But before I do that, I want to see just how loud this bow is when I'm drawing versus when we put what I'm about to put on it. So I'm going to try to be very quiet, and I may have to go indoors for this. But it wasn't too bad. Now we've got an air conditioner running, we've got dogs barking, we've got highway noise, birds and shit like that. And I mean, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, that could be really freaking loud. So let's do it again. And then I'm going to do one further. I'm going to try to put this on something that's metal and get like a real good sound test. That's all aluminum. This is probably terrible on yours. Maybe that'll work. Okay. One more. I'm not going to shoot it. That thing's going to fall off immediately. Ah! That was probably loud. Okay. So you've got a baseline for what that sounds like. I have a baseline as well. Who's calling me? Brent? Call him back. So that's a baseline of the arrow running past this launcher right here. This launcher. It's metal, exposed metal. Now I'm going to show you what my potential fix is, and I'm really excited about it. All right, I thought about this over again, and I figured to cut down on all the noise, I'm going to go ahead and do this test indoors without the suppression, and then we'll do with the suppression on the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down, and this is like really making me nervous to do this, but hey, if I put a hole in my drywall, it'll be good for content. It'll be funny. You all can laugh at it. Yeah, you can hear that a lot better indoors than you can outdoors with dogs barking, pigeons shitting everywhere, and stuff like that. So, one more time. There we go. Okay. And then, about to put it. And then one more time, like this. Cool. Indoor test. Indoor test. Now let's go to the garage where I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on this launcher to hopefully make it quiet. And if it's not, I'm going to be really disappointed. So, okay. This is what I'm working with here. Yeah, light's still fucked up. So I'm going to have to get that, get a new one. This is what I'm working with right here. This is the Lockdown by Junior's suppression system. So this goes over the rest forks, and then it's like sort of a. It sort of looks like it's woven in there. So it looks pretty abrasion resistant. We'll see how it sticks, but I'm probably gonna clean this rest off a little bit with some acetone. And I don't know if the way to attack this is to take the forks off or to leave the forks on. I'm going to guess take the forks off. So let's do that real quick. So this is your longer one goes on the left. We're just going to clean this off with some acetone, or not acetone, but alcohol real quick. Make sure it's nice and clean. It's probably not too dirty. I just want to get some of the oils off of there before I stick this stuff on. We'll just leave it there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Okay, I had to watch a video on this because I'm stupid. So basically, what they tell you to do is they tell you to put this to about where the screws go, like maybe about right there, where it can wrap around. And then they said to let me move the camera because this is terrible. This is a terrible angle. Basically, they're telling me to move this down to where you can wrap this around the entire rest like this. And what they tell you to do is you start with this side first, and you wrap these around like that, and then you wrap these around second. So, yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I bought 2 of them just in case I fuck one up, or in case this one doesn't work very well, or gets worn out, and then I have another one. So, we're gonna try. We're gonna start with this. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? I think I put this on the wrong way. Yep, I did. Of course I put it on the wrong fucking way. What a dipshit. Okay, there we go. Let's reinstall and see what it sounds like. All right, here we go. This is not gonna stick, ladies and gentlemen. I fucked this up so hard. But it'll stick for now, and it won't affect anything about the actual suppression system. But I'm glad I bought two. I should have bought three, to be honest with you. So let's do two where the microphone is, just like last time, and then one with the microphone on this thing right here. Is it loose? No, that's my release. Yeah, that's my release. Okay, that scared me. Okay, here we go. Sound test. Initial thoughts. Yeah, it's quieter. Yep. Okay. With the mic on the bow. One more for good measure. Initial thoughts. Yeah, that's a lot quieter. I don't know if the change is going to show up on camera or in audio, but I mean, that seems a lot quieter. Now, what I will tell you is that because this is now so quiet, it is now drawing attention to the fact that my limb stops are quite loud. But I mean, to be brutally honest with you, when I was in Ohio whitetail hunting with a deer right below my stand, I had a rest that was louder than that, and it didn't hear it, it didn't notice, it didn't care. So I don't know. It's all about how like your animal responds. But I think if you were drawing on an elk, I don't think that any of this would be an issue. A mule deer in the desert, maybe. But then again, like, I don't know. I've had some truly weird experiences with whitetail in the woods in Ohio, where it's just like the things that I was worried about them hearing or reacting to, they just didn't care about. It was very strange. You know, and I don't know how mule deer react to that kind of stuff because I've never been up that close to a mule deer before. So I don't know. But this definitely does quiet down the, it does quiet down the rest by a lot in person. I don't know if it's going to reflect that on the audio. I'll see. But yeah, this stuff does appear to work when you put it on correctly the first time and don't fuck it up. So yeah, Junior's suppression systems. We'll see how long it lasts. I might order 2 more just for shits and giggles, just because nothing lasts out here in the desert in the heat. It was actually not bad today. It was around 109 degrees today, but we're supposed to get up to 111 and then 114 here within the next week or so. So, I mean, 100 to 114 degrees, and I don't keep this thing outside or in my car. But I mean, when you're outside and the sun is beating down on it in the desert, whether it's a Sunday fun day or you know, you're out hunting, that does have an effect on your bow. I know that on my stabilizers for Pinky, the Cerakote color is a different color on the underside of it than it is up top. The top is much more faded than the underside because the sun beats down at it from the top. So, I mean, it does that to Cerakote. So, and Cerakote is a very strong chemical has a very strong chemical bond and stuff like that. So, for that stuff to break down, I mean, yeah, definitely a harsh environment. So we'll see how long this lasts, and I might end up putting some like electrical tape around the outside just to keep these, because this is gonna stick on the actual launcher. It's just the wings that aren't sticking very well, and that's because I fucked that up and didn't put it on correctly the first time. So I might put some electrical tape around this just to keep these things on and keep it on there for, I don't know, as long as it stays on there, and then I'll put the second one on. But yeah, that's a lot quieter, I'll just say. Yeah, but you hear that? Limb stops. Interesting. I wonder if I can pull this back. Yeah, it's still loud. Anyways, this shit appears to work, so I'm gonna run it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you hear a difference in the audio. I'm gonna make sure that the audio levels are exactly the same. And that's the reason why I'm inside with no fan on and no air conditioning on. It's fucking hot in here. But I just wanted there to be no background noise, because normally I do noise canceling, noise reduction on my software so that there's not a whole bunch of shit going on. But let me know if you guys hear a difference, and let me know if you think that this is a decent product. I'll put the price up right here. Let me know if you think this is worth the money for it. So if you do buy one of these, I suggest buying 2 or 3 because you probably will fuck up the installation of this. So, because I did, but that could be because I'm a big dumb dipshit. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this video wasn't too long. We'll see you next time.